Are you feeling just a little bit overwhelmed by the absolute explosion of AI tools out there? Yeah, you're not alone. It feels like every single day there's a new app, a new platform, a new must-have thing. But what if all that chaos isn't chaos at all? What if it's just a brand new toolbox and you just need the blueprint to make sense of it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to build today, your personal AI blueprint to turn all that confusion into total clarity.
And I'm not exaggerating here. It really feels like we're at a point where there's an AI for pretty much everything. AI has totally moved past being some cool novelty and has woven itself into nearly every task you can think of. So the question isn't if you should use AI anymore, it's which AI you should use and for what job. Just take a look. You've got tools that can help you with all kinds of writing, from drafting a quick email to churning out a whole marketing campaign. There are intelligent assistants that can manage your entire week, finding the perfect meeting times and even protecting your focus time. For developers, there are these amazing co-pilots that help write, debug, and optimize code way faster than ever before. And then there's designing, creating these incredible visuals, turning just a few words of text into a totally unique piece of art.
And even for analyzing huge, complex sets of data to pull out insights you'd never find on your own. Okay, I know it's a lot, but listen, this isn't an avalanche of random apps. Think of it as a highly specialized toolkit. The key is just knowing which drawer to open for which job. So here's the game plan. First, we're going to organize that toolkit into two main categories: tools for thinking and creating, and tools for organizing and executing. Then, the fun part. We'll show you how to build powerful personal workflows by combining them. We'll also get real about the cost. And finally, we'll take a little peek into the future, where your next colleague might just be an AI. All right, first things first, we need to bring some order to the chaos, right? By putting these tools into categories, we can stop feeling so overwhelmed and start seeing exactly what each one can do for us. Let's kick things off with the category that gets all the headlines, the tools that basically act as our creative partners. These are the AIs that help us brainstorm, do research, write, and just generate brand new ideas right out of thin air. Now, at the very heart of this category are the AI assistants. For most of us, this is how we first got into AI, right? You give them a prompt, some text, an image, you can even talk to them, and they go off and perform a task. It's so intuitive, so conversational, and unbelievably powerful. But, and this is super important, not all assistants are built the same. You wouldn't use a hammer to turn a screw, right? Same idea here. For just general brainstorming and drafting, ChatGPT is king because it's so fast and versatile. But say you need to summarize a 100-page report. Claude is your go-to because it handles long documents beautifully. And if you need facts, and you need them to be accurate, Perplexity is the winner because it searches the live web and actually shows you its sources. And this category goes way beyond just text. You've got tools like Midjourney that can generate any image you can dream up, Synthesia to create professional training videos with AI avatars, and even platforms like Lovable, where you can build an entire web app just by describing it. The creative power here is just mind-blowing. But hey, ideas are only half the battle. You have to actually do something with them. So now let's look at the second part of our toolkit, the tools that help turn those creative sparks into actual finished projects. These are the AIs that bring order and efficiency to your work. This whole category is really all about automation. We're talking about AI schedulers like Reclaim that handle your calendar for you, email assistants like Shortwave that can clear your inbox, and project management tools like Asana that use AI to help you plan everything out. Basically, they do all the administrative grunt work so you can actually focus on what matters. And here's where you see the real-world impact. Just take scheduling. A tool like Reclaim AI isn't just a calendar. It's an intelligent system that defends your deep work time and automatically finds the best slots for meetings. Get this, it saves its users an average of 7.5 hours a week. That is an entire workday, giving back to you every single week. So this is the really crucial part. The true power here isn't in using just one of these tools by itself. The magic happens when you start combining them into a seamless personal workflow, a stack that's perfectly tailored to what you need to get done. Let's build a few of these. Imagine you're a student writing a research paper. You'd start with Perplexity to find and check your sources. Then you take those dense academic papers and pop them into Claude to get quick summaries of the key points. And finally, you'd use Reclaim to automatically block out protected time in your calendar to actually write the thing. See? It's a whole system.
Okay, or how about a freelance content creator? You could use ChatGPT to brainstorm a whole month of blog ideas. Then use Midjourney to create stunning, unique images for every single post. And to promote it all, feed that final article into Synthesia and generate a short video for social media. It becomes a complete content assembly line. And for a manager, your stack is all about streamlining how your team works. You can use Asana to keep projects organized, let Reclaim handle the nightmare of scheduling for the whole team, and use a tool like Fathom that records and transcribes your Zoom calls, pulling out all the action items so nothing ever gets dropped again. Okay, this all sounds fantastic, but let's talk about the big question. What's it going to cost? Now, while a lot of these tools have great free versions, to really unlock their power for professional work, you're probably looking at a subscription. Let's break down how that usually works. You're generally going to see two pricing models. The most common is a subscription, a flat monthly fee, like ChatGPT Plus. It's predictable, great for people who use it all the time. The other is a pay-as-you-go model, where you're billed for exactly what you use. That's perfect if you only need to do really heavy-duty tasks every once in a while. ChatGPT is the perfect example. The free version is great to get your feet wet. The Plus tier for around $20 a month is where you unlock the faster, more powerful models, and that's the sweet spot for most individuals. Then, of course, you have pricier team and enterprise plans for bigger companies. So, what does a realistic budget look like for a power user? Well, if you combine a couple of key subscriptions, say ChatGPT Plus for your creative work and Perplexity Pro for research, you're looking at about $40 a month. Throw in another specialized tool, and a pretty reasonable budget lands somewhere in that $40 to $60 range. When you think about getting an entire day of your week back, the return on that investment is massive. And finally, let's look ahead for a minute. The tools we've been talking about are amazing assistants, but the next big evolution is already happening. We are moving from tools that help us with tasks to tools that just do the tasks for us. This is what people are calling agent AI. And think about it like this. Right now, you give an assistant a task, like find me some articles. You give an agent a goal, like research our top 3 competitors and write a summary report. The agent can then figure out all the steps it needs to take to get that done, all on its own. As Sydney Mayers puts it, they become teammates, owning the final outcome, not just helping with a single step. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question for the future, doesn't it? As these AI agents get smarter and even start collaborating with each other, our role is going to shift. It's going to be less about being the doer and more about being the manager of a hybrid team of humans and AI. The blueprint we've built today is your starting point. The real question is, are you ready to lead what comes next?